DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 71 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Eckler looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
A gain of 21 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That throw into the arms of Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. Had a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards on the play.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
4th down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Now, he created his own space as well.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Ravens 14, Chargers 7.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins taking it in. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And no return on this one. It's the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to rifle one, and that's caught inside the 35. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. A big play there for L.A. 65 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Down at the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown.
Heather Henry. Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
I thought that was a nice job there feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
7-yard line.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Dobbins, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
One more time with Dobbins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
no gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
You got it. You got it. Got it.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Double dog. That's the way. Hey, 25 tonight. We're going 25.
Third and goal, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First down, Chargers.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
At the 23-yard line.
Herbert now eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And this will be caught at the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Herbert following the turnover. That's into the hands of Eckler. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Herbert will get that complete to Reed. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Los Angeles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
13.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kenneth Murray able to get him for a loss of about 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Chargers.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd down and 12 at the 19-yard line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. White now to return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. You ain't. Watch the whip. Check.
They'll run here with Dobbins. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, man.
On second and inches, Jackson forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First and 10 at the
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 14.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Just lean. Listen up.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. He's checking.
And that's going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Dobbins running out of the gun, pushing through the contact. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Jackson. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Chargers 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Check. Lucky.
Throwing again. Herbert got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
To
Joe Reed, 75 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll go again with Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As the Ravens push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Ravens 38. Chargers.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Herbert throwing again. Steps away. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Ravens 38, Chargers 28.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So don't say nothing. Shift.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted by
now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Herbert now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Herbert. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side. Get that high hop and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Now Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Gain of 8 makes it 3rd and 3.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout
2 yards.
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. Being chased out left. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much heart.